back to my channel. For those who don't know me, hi, welcome. My name is Joana. I am from Portugal and I do true crime videos. I post a video every Saturday, and today we're going to talk about a serial killer. I haven't done one of these since Halloween, I think. So I decided to bring another serial killer case. Today we're going to talk about a female serial killer, which I don't see a lot. Usually it's more male serial killers that are talked about and not female. So I decided to bring a case about a female serial killer, and she was Elizabeth Bathory, and she became known as the Blood Countess. So let's just start because this is a very interesting case. Elizabeth Bathory was born on August 7 of 1560 in Birbathor. It's a city located in Transylvania that nowadays is called Hungary. She was a wealthy and powerful noblewoman whose uncle was King of Poland and her nephew was Prince of Transylvania. So her family had a huge influence on society at that time. At the age of 11, Elizabeth, who was considered a beautiful girl and a well-educated girl, got engaged with her cousin, Count Ferenc Nadasdy. And there's some people that say that before she got married with her own cousin, she had a child from another man before her marriage. At 15 years old, Elizabeth and Ferenc got married. Their first child was born 10 years after they got married in 1585. Elizabeth had 5 children, 2 died as infants, but 2 daughters and 1 son survived. And it's believed that it was Ferenc who introduced Elizabeth to torture techniques that she later used on her crimes. Ferenc was a soldier, so him and Elizabeth spent most of their marriage apart. So Elizabeth was the one who was taking care of their properties. Rumors that she severely punished her servants starting to go around. After Ferenc died in January of 1604, Elizabeth took care of everything that they owned. After her husband's death was when her crimes reached their peak. She was then 40 years old. Elizabeth would attract young girls between the ages of 10 and 14 and virgins to go to her castle where she would torture them and then kill them. It's believed that she murdered about 650 girls. Some of the victims were covered with honey and left outside to insects to devour. During the winter, she would force these young girls to take deadly ice baths. Elizabeth sometimes tortured these girls by having needles into their fingers, by cutting their noses or their lips, or wrapping them with stinky needles. She would bite their shoulders and their breasts, as well as burning the flesh, including the genitals of some of the victims. As I said earlier in this video, she became known as the Blood Countess because it said that she would have baths in her victims' blood in an attempt to recuperate her youth. But there's actually no way to find out if this is actually true or not, as the first mention to her bloodbaths was 100 years after her death. Some people believe that is true, others say it's an invention. We will never know. On December 29th of 1610, Count Georgi Thurzó, I have no idea if this is how you pronounce this name, and I'm so sorry, but let's move on. So as these rumors started going around, he decided to investigate this and see if she was actually doing these crimes. But they only cared about if she was doing this to noble people. Like the servants, they didn't care because that's how things worked at that time. So it said that he surprised Elizabeth while she was in the middle of torturing a young girl, and that he immediately imprisoned her in her own home because she was a countess. She couldn't go to jail as a common criminal. But it's believed that she didn't do this on her own. She had help of 4 of her servants, 3 females and 1 male. They were also arrested and subjected to torture, and their court proceedings began early in January of 1611. They denied any involvement in those victims' death, but they admitted that they buried and even burned some of them. And while they were trying to blame Elizabeth and trying to get away with it, they also implied another servant. And that servant was Dervulia, who was a maid and a governess. Two of the women and the man were sentenced to death. The other was spared immediate execution. What happened to her afterward is unknown. Supposedly there's another woman who apparently used magic to aid Elizabeth was also killed. As a member of a powerful family, Elizabeth was not put on trial. Instead, she was isolated, or should I say, walled up, in her own castle where she remained until she died. Now, there's some people that believe that Elizabeth is innocent and that she didn't do anything that she was accused of. Let me explain. They believe that her crimes were rumors created by Count Georgi. And why did he create this? Okay, Elizabeth was a widow and she was very rich. We have to remember that this happened in late 1500s and in early 1600s. So women shouldn't have that much power at that time. I mean, they couldn't have that much power at that time because that was something that scared men, and to be honest, it still scares men. But we're not talking about that. So it's believed that he made all of this up because he was the one who led the investigation. So basically, what these people believe is that she didn't do anything wrong, she didn't kill anyone, and that this was all made up and it was an invention by Georgie because he basically wanted what she had and didn't want a woman to have that much power. But despite that, she earned a Guinness World Record for most prolific female murderer. I didn't even know that there was a record for that. And that's all for this video. I really want to know what you guys think. Do you think that she was actually a serial killer and she did all of those terrible things? Or do you think that it was all made up? If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I really appreciate it. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like. And also, as I said, comment down below your thoughts on this case, and if you want me to talk a specific case, you can reach out to me in the comments or through my social media that will be linked down below in the description box. And having all that said, I'll see you guys on next Saturday. Bye bye!